Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We are in Kaer Trolde, where we have accidentally kicked off a quest which I don't think I can abort at this time. So, after doing a bunch of exploration around the points of interest around north of Ardskellige, I came to Kaer Trolde to just kind of offload my stuff at the blacksmith merchant and armorer merchant, as I normally do. Except because I have now helped Hjalmar on Craite and Cerys on Craite with their quests in their bid for the Skellig throne, the gates of Kaer Trolde are closed, and only the sons and daughters of Skellige can be in the castle while the new monarch is chosen. So, unbeknownst to me, when I walked in, they opened the gate just for me and then closed it behind me. And Arnvald, right over here, welcomed me and said, yes, all know of the deeds you did to help Hjalmar and Cerys, and so tonight you're one of us. So, well, I was going to go meet up with Yennefer, but this works too, so let's see what happens. Yeah, that gate is pretty closed. And I cannot go out of it. That door's open. Don't know where it goes. I'm supposed to be following Arnvald, so... oh, wrong menu. So, quick recap. It's not free spirit. It's King's Gambit is the one I want. There it is. It's a level 18 quest, so it's not like I'm under-leveled for it. So, with Geralt's help, both Hjalmar and Cerys had defied death and won glory, greatly improving their chances in the race for Skellige's throne. Crach decided the news was an excellent excuse to host a great feast, during which skalds would sing the praises of the young and on crates, and tables laden with mead and meat would sway those islanders who were still undecided, convincing them to support this generous and powerful family. Geralt was also invited to the celebration, where he was to receive a token of Crach's gratitude. Now, I also helped Blue Boy Lugos with the Cave of Dreams. I don't know if that's going to come in and be an issue or not.
Smear your ass with honey, yet hero.
It's an interesting comment.
Step careful there. I've as much right to it as you do.
And I'd expect you to support me, not pinch my allies. If an on-crate's to wear the crown, it
should be you, because you've got fur growing on your chin, that it?
Show some of your own, and the Jarls just might listen to you.
Weren't your mug smacked? Remember, I was left standing last time we crossed fists.
Yeah? So you'll fight the Vildkaarls with me? Wonder who'll do better, you or Hjalmar the Giant Slayer?
Oh, stop your shite boasting.
Cerys! Hey! Ah, damn it!
Bad way to play it out.
Think I don't know that? But you saw her, she's so...
Stubborn, fierce, mule-headed, refuses to listen to anyone.
Exactly! True, Arnvald. Me and Cerys, we're near twins in that regard.
At least he's smart enough to know it. One thing about Hjalmar, he's full of bluster, but he doesn't stand up well when actually facing a challenge.
Don't see Crach. You talking to the Jarls?
No, went to his chambers. To prepare your promised reward, no doubt.
If you've a spell witcher, perhaps you'd fancy some fisticuffs with the Vildkaarls. Loosen up your joints after your journey.
Maybe later.
Yeah, they're an interesting pair, Hjalmar and Cerys. Hjalmar is... I wouldn't trust him any less than absolute commitment to lead the charge into a challenge. Unfortunately, he tends to make brash, stupid decisions, which gets people killed. He went to Undvik with over 20 people, and only like 3 of them survived because he made a lot of bad calls. Well, they've got a yellow exclamation point.
Hjalmar, can you?
Oh, seal shit! Take a look. Still got all my teeth?
Most of them did quite a number on you.
Why are you laughing? They'd have trashed you too.
Doubt it.
That's so. Care to wager on it? Drop any one of the Vildkaarls, and I'll give you my sword. End up like me, you part with yours.
Vildkaarls. Who are they?
These wild men. Live in the hills.
Shepherds, then?
Aye, without the sheep. They live off killing, eat only what they hunt. And they fight like no one else.
I don't like the idea of wagering my sword, but I've done very well in fistfights, so sure.
You're on. Start wrapping that sword for me.
Don't sell your fish till they're in the boat, Wolf.
Heard you're taking on challengers in fistfights.
Challengers? Nah, nay. Ain't none a challenge to us.
We're here to hit. Hit till our fists are red with blood.
Let's do this.
Gladly. Fuck! Tear him apart!
If the camera would stop fighting me and actually let me focus on my enemy. Alright, so I'm not allowed to heal up, apparently.
You'll beg for death. Tear him apart.
Thank God for undying. If only I could actually see my opponent instead of having to fight the camera.
Pathetic.
You heck good. Hard.
Oh, what a fight. Smacked his gob so hard it's a wonder his brain didn't fly out of his ears. Well, lost the wager. But that were such a spectacle, I don't even mind. Here, may it serve you well.
Yay! Hjalmar's steel sword. Nice. So, like, as I was saying, and that's actually a really good example, Hjalmar's the kind of person who will lead the charge very well, but will make brash decisions without a lot of substance. And so, I'm not so sure I want him to be, like, the next leader of Skellige, though that is very typical of Skellige. On the other hand, Cerys may not lead the charge as much. She went off alone to Spikerog to try and save Udalric. But she's clever, and she's smart, and she's resourceful, and she makes the right calls.
Heard you're taking on challengers in fistfights.
Challengers? Nah, nay. Ain't none a challenge to us.
We're here to hit. Hit till our fists are red with blood.
Not in the mood to fight.
That time of the month, eh? Get out of here, you green cunt.
I figured I'd check it out because they've got a yellow exclamation point still, but
Giants around.
I guess it's just a repeat of the first one. And we got a lady dancing on a table and a wolf. Dogs aren't good enough, they gotta have wolves.
Greetings, Berna. Feast not to your liking?
This is no feast. It's a farmer's market where votes are bought and sold like sheepskins.
Svanrig is not gonna vie for support.
Bran's son will not haggle for a crown that is his by right.
Far as I know, crown goes to the claimant who gains the most votes.
That is the tradition, but not all traditions are good. The Isle's care should be entrusted to a single family.
Take it you have a specific family in mind.
Of course. Bran was the best king Skellige's seen in centuries. The throne should pass on to Svanrige, his true-born son, and then on to his sons.
Only because that keeps you in power, Berna.
What's wrong with voting for your king?
Take a walk. Listen and you'll understand. The claimants already hand out land, promise privileges, titles, favourable judgments. They behave like whores lifting their skirts for every passerby. A king by the grace of votes is no ruler, but a debtor. This must end. We must start by placing Bran's firstborn son on the throne. I hope the Jarls will see the wisdom of it.
Leaving Kaer Trolde?
Tomorrow at daybreak. Enjoy yourself, Master Geralt.
May I?
You must even. Come! I've been waiting for you. So, feast to your liking? Any better than your continental balls?
Definitely more to drink.
Ah, there is. Rolled all of it out of my cellars. Double meads, triple, Cintrian plum brandy, a Hackamum spirit that burns the mouth like boiling water. Clan on Craite knows the meaning of hospitality.
Something tells me there's a purpose to your hospitality.
Aye, there is. In the Isles, mead and mead stand to gain you as much support as feats accomplished blade in hand.
If that's true, you can rest easy about how the vote will turn out.
I'll rest easy on the morrow, when the crown rests on one of my children's heads.
Feeling torn between Hjalmar and Cerys?
You mean, do I have a favorite? Nay. They're as different as fire and water. But on Craite blood flows in both.
Between you and me, Hjalmar's not too hot-headed to be king.
Depends on the kind of king you have in mind. Want one who'll send emissaries, move figurines about a map, calculate the most profitable option? And yes, he's too hot-headed. But Skellige wants a different ruler. The kind who'll drown Nilfgaard in blood. Sooner jump into a fire than surrender. And that is Hjalmar.
If you escalate your attacks, you stand to infuriate Emir. Could regret it someday.
In Skellige, we spit on the notion of peace at any cost.
Think the Council of Jarls will dare to put a woman on the throne?
If you'd asked me some months ago, I'd have laughed in your face. But today I see, and I'm not alone, that Cerys has something as rare on the Isles as a hot summer. Patience. Others act, then think. She's different. She thinks things through. The for, the against. But once she takes action, not a force in the world could stop her.
Yeah, that's very true. His assessment of both of his children. Now, there was another option, like you and Berna talked what about, but it's not there anymore.
Promised me a reward for helping your children.
And I aim to keep my word. Here. This bauble's been in the family for generations. I give it to you for helping ensure the line endures.
Beautiful craftsmanship. Thanks.
I'm the one. Hear that? Damn it! That must have started another row.
That's not Hjalmar. Let's go.
They definitely did not expect bears.
Cloth! Give me some cloth! Gotta stop the bleeding. Quick!
Da.
Take my cloak.
Hold on, son. You'll pull through. A shark grabbed my leg once. Albion!
He's dead. Crach! Where'd those bears come from, huh? Answer! Now!
Careful how you speak to my dad.
Stow your blade, pup, or Crach will lose a son too.
You insult me, Lugos, and now you threaten my son. I will not stand for this.
Dan, come here. Come on! Put you down like a rabid dog.
Calm down. Calm down. Enough blood's been spilt. Someone brought these beasts here to murder our sons and brothers. We cannot restore their lives. But we can. We must avenge them. This burden falls upon the host and his offspring.
Find the guilty on Craite. Find and kill them. Else your clan will be cursed for 100 generations to come.
Damn, got ourselves a right mess, or anybody see how the bears got in? I mean, we can bemoan the situation or we can get to solving it, so let's get to solving it. Especially since that's what would help out the most people at the moment.
Anybody see how the bears got in?
Don't matter. I know where to find the guilty already.
Wait! Are you mad? You're gonna kill folk before we've learned what happened.
Learn all you want. Meantime, I'll go wash the shame off our clan.
Hey, the Jarls aren't listening anymore. Stop playing the hero and think for a second.
Our honor's at stake, sis. That can't wait.
Are you listening to me? Someone let those bears in. We must know who, and the answer lies somewhere in this room.
I'll help you, Cerys. Going with Hjalmar, you two can handle this fine without me. In this one, Cerys is absolutely right. She, as Crach pointed out, she thinks, and then acts, and then nothing can stop her.
You're right, Cerys. I'll help you.
Thanks.
Fine. See you when I return with the traitors' heads.
I'll stay here. Someone must see to everything. Summon the healer, hand the fallen over to their families. Wolf, I thank you.
Ever see anything like that?
No, and I hope I never will again.
Where'd the bears come from? We were all laughing, eating, drinking. Suddenly, a massacre. Torrents of blood on the walls.
It occurs to me that there's a powerful druid in the area, in Ermion and his laboratory, which is in Kaer Trolde.
What happened before the massacre? Be precise.
Young Lucas bet he could empty a barrel of beer in one go. He climbed on the table, grabbed a pony keg of Centron wheat, and started chugging. His throat bulged like a blowfish, face went red, but he kept drinking. Folks started banging their tankards on the table, shouted, "Lugos, Lugos." Then, from the other side of the room, we heard this roar. We turned in unison as if a coxswain had called. They were there. They were already there. Folks closest to the bears didn't even manage to draw their weapons. They were ripped to shreds.
We'll avenge them, I promise. Know who died?
Drogadar, Drakeborn Du, Blue Boy Lugos, Jarlborn, Ottrig. Take some time, mention them all. I heard you helped Lugos, as you helped me with the Haim.
But you could name the claimants to the throne who survived in one breath. You, Hjalmar, and Svanrige.
What are you saying?
Nothing, just yet.
Well, I was wondering if if the fact that I helped Blue Boy Lugos would complicate things, and I guess that solves that. Also, I know exactly what Geralt's saying, and I'm thinking it too.
We've talked enough. Let's look around.
Let me know what you find. I'll speak to the others. Maybe someone saw more than I did. Pull yourself together, Senna.
Let's start the red stuff that's right here.
The gates were
Fang marks, claw marks, broken bones. Hard to say what exactly killed him. So many wounds. No wonder Hjalborn bled to death.
Look, wait a moment. Turn back around. Saw a bear standing by the bench.
Ottrig.
God's doing.
Shit, no more than a kid.
For what? You're talking rubbish.
All right. What do we have here? Bear's head, but the tongue's short, like a human's. Mouth smells of honey liqueur. Mead. And something else. Something earthy. Bears like honey. Before it's fermented. Strange.
Oh, that makes things very interesting.
Something under the fur. A tattoo? Shape of a bear paw. Old scar. Looks like it was sutured. Half man, half bear. Something like a lycanthrope. No full moon, so something else caused the transformation. Maybe something he ate or drank. Mead. Mead with an earthy aroma. Need to check the horns, tankards, and bowls.
Examine the traces of mead around the crime scene using your Witcher senses.
All the horns are empty. Earthy scent from the bear's maw. Something towards mushrooms. Bowls empty, but the scent's in the air. Coming from somewhere else in this room.
Find the source of the scent using your Witcher senses. I want to check out the other red things, of course, first.
Bowl at each table. Mead in this one. And only mead. Drogadar. Skald's played his last.
It's not letting me investigate this bear.
Young Lugos. Bears took him by surprise. Didn't have a chance to defend himself. Bodies massacred. Hard to tell who it is. Staingrim, maybe?
Alright, well, let's follow the scent trail. My rough working theory at this time is that Birna worked with Ermion to try and concoct something to turn people into bears and get rid of all of the contenders to the throne aside from her son.
Here. Mead spiked with some kind of mushroom. And human blood. Cerys, come here.
A guard saw what happened. Those weren't bears. They were...
Men who transform into bears.
Uh-huh. Berserkers.
Berserkers?
The Skald's name for warriors who change into animals in the midst of battle. The stuff of fairy tales, legends. But it seems to make sense, right?
Mm-hmm. Almost. We were at a feast, not on a battlefield. Think I know what caused them to transform. The mead they drank. Smell this. Mead spiked with blood. And something else. Thinking it could be a mushroom, but I don't recognize the type.
Hjort might help us. Few druids know herbs better.
Can't hurt to try.
Apparently I've got a custom marker. Let's clear that. Well, before we go talk to Hjort, I am going to go call an end to the episode here. You know the drill. Click over there. Join me next time as we talk to Hjort and see if we can find out what happened at this, what was supposed to be a banquet and celebration, and see if we can bring those responsible to justice. See you then.